Melania Trump. Great to see you.
Good morning.
Back.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
I guess the first thing is congratulations.
I want to also thank my beautiful wife, Melania, First Lady.
You need to defend yourself all the time. As you may heard, I file a few lawsuits and I'm in the court now because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life. And they wrote lies. And I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady.
Melania Trump has just made history with a groundbreaking legal victory, securing an astonishing $900 million defamation settlement against The View and its co-host, Sunny Hostin. This isn't just a personal win for Melania, it's a major shift in holding the media accountable. The message is clear. Reckless, agenda-driven attacks on public figures will no longer go unchecked. For years, The View has operated as if they could say anything without facing repercussions, freely smearing politicians, guests, and even former first ladies under the guise of opinion. But now, the consequences have caught up with them. The controversy began when Sunny Hostin, in her usual smug and self-righteous manner, decided to analyze Melania's personal life on air without a shred of evidence. She confidently claimed that Melania despised her husband and was only maintaining the marriage for financial reasons. Absurd. Absolutely. But that didn't stop Hostin from presenting it as fact, as if she had inside knowledge of the Trump marriage, and in The View's echo chamber, none of her co-hosts dared to push back. Instead, they all nodded along, treating her baseless statements as undeniable truth.
Most about your husband.
His being, his humor, his personality, his kindness, he's very special. His positivity, his energy, it's unbelievable. Yeah, so we have a beautiful relationship.
What do the two of you like to do for fun if you're not working?
To have dinner, sometimes quiet dinner or dinner with friends and listen to the music, all kind of different musics.
I hear he likes to be the DJ.
He likes to be the DJ, and it's very fun night when he does that.
This time, they picked the wrong person to go after. Melania Trump has spent years being misrepresented by the media, painted as distant, unemotional, and opportunistic, often reduced to just a supporting figure in Donald Trump's political journey. She had remained silent, but not this time. Melania had enough and refused to let The View destroy her reputation just for the sake of boosting ratings. Her legal team acted swiftly, filing a defamation lawsuit that clearly outlined how The View went beyond expressing opinions and deliberately spread falsehoods designed to tarnish her image. The legal battle was intense, and ABC found itself scrambling to mount a defense. They attempted to shield themselves under the banner of free speech, but the evidence against them was undeniable. Melania's lawyers exposed a consistent pattern. The View repeatedly targeted conservative women, pushing harmful narratives while sparing their left-leaning counterparts from the same scrutiny. They backed their claims with overwhelming proof, including past defamatory remarks, interviews where hosts doubled down on misinformation, and clear indications that the inflammatory rhetoric wasn't offhand commentary, but an intentional effort to damage reputations.
Behind her 100%. He's very loving. He spoke at the DNC, and I think he described a person that people wanted to know.
I have to say, I was surprised when she mentioned his sense of humor. But I'm going to leave that alone and ask you all the question, will the candidate spouses getting involved like she just did? What? That's what it says. That's what it says. And you know, this is my job. So I'm reading it. As I said, as she just did, will it make a difference here?
I think when you hear Doug Emhoff, the vice president's, husband, speak about their relationship, I think it's very touching. He is.
When the verdict was announced, the jury's decision sent shockwaves through the industry. $900 million in damages. This ruling is unprecedented, making it one of the most significant defamation settlements ever recorded. For ABC, the outcome is nothing short of catastrophic. The View, a cornerstone of the network for decades, now faces an uncertain future, with legal experts speculating that the financial toll and reputational damage may be too great to overcome. As for Sunny Hostin, the consequences of her reckless statements are only beginning. Her words didn't just cost ABC nearly $1 billion, they've also placed her career in serious jeopardy. Reports suggest that network executives are debating whether firing her is the only way to salvage their credibility. Even if she manages to hold onto her position, her reputation has taken a massive hit. For years, she portrayed herself as a moral authority, a voice that held others accountable. Now, she finds herself at the center of one of the most damaging defamation cases in television history. After this, who will take her seriously?
In person, I'm reluctant to comment on other people's marriages because I don't want anybody to comment on mine. But they've been married 19 years. And in my experience, people that have been married that long are not necessarily polar opposites, right? They have a lot of commonality. And so I think these two are simpatico. I remember that when Joy interviewed Melania on her show in 2011, she backed her husband's birther claims.
That's right. That was on your show.
That was on her show. She questioned Barack Obama's citizenship.
A show that they took away from me.
She was over it. But I'm not bitter.
You were fired. Go ahead.
She did that even though she wasn't originally a citizen.
Melania is emerging from this legal battle stronger than ever, proving she is far from the passive political spouse many once assumed her to be. This lawsuit shattered that perception entirely. She didn't just secure an apology or a retraction, she won a settlement so massive that it could potentially bring down an entire show. By doing so, she has set a precedent that could reshape the media landscape. If The View can be held accountable for defamation, what does that mean for other outlets that have built their success on attacking public figures? The impact is already rippling through the industry. Lawyers representing celebrities and political figures are now paying close attention, realizing they no longer have to tolerate media-driven character assassinations without consequences. The case has shifted the balance of power behind the scenes at ABC, and the fallout is still unfolding. Network executives are scrambling to manage the crisis, as ABC faces a massive financial setback. Advertisers are quietly distancing themselves, unwilling to be linked to a show that just cost the parent company nearly $1 billion. Speculation is growing that The View could either be canceled altogether or undergo a significant shakeup, with major changes to its hosting lineup. Sunny Hostin, in particular, is rumored to be at risk of losing her position. Unlike her usual pattern of defending herself with lengthy explanations, she has remained uncharacteristically silent since the verdict. This time, instead of doubling down, she has disappeared from the spotlight entirely. Sunny Hostin has completely withdrawn from the public eye, avoiding social media, skipping interviews, and staying out of sight. And who could blame her? She's facing a major professional downfall, with the real possibility of being removed from the network entirely. Now, ABC has a difficult decision to make. Will firing her be the only way to save The View? Reports suggest the other co-hosts are equally unsettled. If Melania Trump was able to bring down The View with just one lawsuit, who might be next? For years, The View has built a reputation for making bold, often reckless claims about high-profile individuals, disguising misinformation as hot takes. Now that one of their targets has fought back and won, others may feel emboldened to take similar action. And let's not ignore the embarrassment the show now faces. They've long presented themselves as the ultimate moral authority on politics, culture, and relationships, using their platform to criticize and lecture others. But this lawsuit has exposed them as biased, unprofessional, and careless for all the time they spent branding themselves as fearless truth tellers. They completely collapse when forced to confront the truth about their own behavior. Meanwhile, Melania is thriving. This case wasn't just about money, it was about dignity. She has proven that she won't allow herself to be smeared without consequences. Melania went up against one of the most influential daytime talk shows in the country and she won. Now, the power dynamic has shifted, with The View scrambling to manage the fallout. As the situation unfolds, the coming weeks will be crucial. Will ABC decide to cancel the show? Will Sunny Hostin be pressured into making a public apology? And could this victory open the door for even more lawsuits? One thing is certain, The View never saw this reckoning coming. Now, all eyes are on them as the world waits to see just how far-reaching the consequences will be.